Hello friends, welcome to the YouTube channel of Chameli Devi Institute of Pharmacy Indore. Today, I Ashish Kumar Parasar is going to discuss Preformulation Part 4, in which we will discuss the solubility property of drugs. Let's start. Solubility. The term solubility is defined as maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent. Solute is the substance being dissolved and solvent is the dissolving agent. Solubility can also be defined on the basis of quantitative as well as qualitative. Quantitatively, it is defined as the concentration of the solute in a saturated solution at a particular temperature. If we talk about the qualitative definition, qualitatively as the spontaneous interaction of two or more substances to form a homogeneous mixture or molecular dispersion. It can also be defined as the molecular dispersion of solute in solvent. Indian Pharmacopoeia has classified substances on the basis of their solubilities. They may be very soluble, freely soluble, soluble, sparingly soluble, slightly soluble, very slightly soluble, or practically insoluble. This classification is based on the requirement of parts of solvent to dissolve one part of solute. For example, if we talk about the very soluble substance, it means that less than one part of solvent is required to dissolve one part of solute. Freely soluble substance means 1 to 10 parts of solvent required to dissolve one part of solute. Soluble means 10 to 30 parts of solvent required to dissolve one part of solute. Sparingly soluble means 30 to 100 part of solvent required to dissolve one part of solute. Slightly soluble means 100 to 1000 parts of solvent required to dissolve one part of solute. Very slightly soluble means 1000 to 10,000 parts of solvents required to dissolve one part of solute. Practically insoluble means when more than 10,000 parts of solvent required to dissolve one part of solute and still it is undissolved. The solubility basically determined at two temperatures, 4 degrees centigrade and 37 degrees centigrade. Now, what is the importance of solubility? Solubility is one of the important parameters to achieve desired concentration of drug in systemic circulation for achieving required pharmacological response. Most of the drug, more than 40%, belongs to BCS class 2, that is low solubility and high permeability. As for class 2 drugs, rate limiting step is drug release from the dosage form and solubility in the gastric fluid. So increasing the solubility in turn increases the bioavailability for BCS class 2 drugs. So it is very important to determine the solubility and to find out how the drug will get dissolved in gastric fluid or intestinal fluid and then how much of the drug will be absorbed. In this slide, we can see the BCS classification of drugs. BCS means biopharmaceutical classification of drugs. The drug, they can be classified in 4 categories. Class 1 drug means they are having high solubility with high permeability. So they are 100% absorbed after oral administration. Class 2 drug means they are having low solubility and high permeability. In this case, if we want to increase the bioavailability of drug, that means we have to increase the solubility of drug. Class 3 drug means they are having high solubility and low permeability. And class 4 means the drug having low solubility and low permeability. Now the factors affecting solubility. There are various factors which may affect the solubility of the substance in any solvent, like particle size, molecular size, temperature, pressure, nature of solute and solvent, and the polarity of solute and solvent. Determination of solubility. The following points should be considered before determining solubility of any substance in the solvent. The solvent and the solute must be in their pure form. A saturated solution must be obtained before any solution is removed for analysis. The method of separating a sample of saturated solution from undissolved solute must be satisfactory. The method of analyzing solution must be reliable, and the temperature must be adequately controlled because temperature affect the solubility. It means if a drug is having some solubility at cold temperature, then the solubility at hot temperature will be different. Solubility determination method. Solubility is normally depends on temperature. So temperature is recorded in each solubility measurement. A plot of solubility against temperature is commonly used for solubility determination. There are two methods available for determination of solubility. They are analytical method and synthetic method. Analytical method of determination of solubility. In analytical method, temperature of equilibrium is fixed and concentration of the solute in the saturated solution is determined at equilibrium by a suitable analytical procedure. In other words, a saturated solution in the presence of an excess of undissolved solute is prepared at an accurately known temperature. This situation can be achieved by suitable contact between solute and solvent. Analytical methods that are particularly useful for solubility measurement includes HPLC method, UV spectroscopy, fluorescence spectroscopy, and gas chromatography. Second method is synthetic method. In this method, a weighed amount of solute is placed in the vessel. While agitating the system at a constant temperature, known amount of solvent is added gradually until the solubility limit is reached. At equilibrium, temperature and content of the system is recorded. This method is carried out at microscale level by examining the small amount of the system under hot stage microscopy. As we have discussed earlier that more than 40% of the drug they are having low solubility. So in preformulation studies, we also study the method of increasing solubility of low solubility drugs. These methods include addition of co-solvent, pH change method, reduction of particle size of drug molecules, temperature change method, hydrotropy, addition of surfactant, dielectric constant, and complexation. So friends, we will discuss the methods of increasing solubility of low solubility drugs in next part of preformulation. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much.